it's all mental health is just health in general. I think it's like a misnomer, but yeah, how does it help? I mean, the discipline and just going to the gym. I mean, if you just go for a walk, even going for a walk, like one of the things that when I'm not feeling good, if I just go outside and like get some sunlight and walk around, walk a mile, I feel better. And that's where I started. In the last year, I lost about 25 pounds.
Wow.
And slowly, it took me a while. I wasn't like in a rush to do it. But now that I've kind of arrived at this point, I feel better. But I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, fitness, man. Like you know what I mean? You got it. But I mean, it's good for you. You know, everyone starts at a different place. But I think yeah, my cleaning up my diet on the road and going for walks and exercising and going to bed at a reasonable hour has just made me feel way better. And it's so obvious, you know, like it's the obvious answer, but and
Yeah.
there's but it works. It worked. It's the most potent drug. Is just like doing that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to quick fire a couple of things because I'm very aware of your time. Now, I don't know if it's publicly known this, and if it's not, then great, we can move on. So you know how your song "Death of a Hero"
Uh,
is it publicly known who that is about?
oh no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I shouldn't say.
No, I'm not going to ask you to say. If it's not publicly known, I am definitely not going to ask you to say. But is
Okay.
it a true story?
The song.
Yeah.
There was someone that I really looked up to that like I had then I got to work with, and then I saw them behind the scenes, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But I have a lot more empathy for them now because I've kind of been through some of the stuff that they've been through, and I understand why they were behaving the way that they behaved. So I have a little bit of a new perspective on it.
And
But
how did it impact you seeing that person like that? Obviously, you wrote the song, so it impacted you quite significantly. But at the time, like, what was the internal impact?
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but I was definitely bummed.
Yeah.
I was definitely bummed, but I'm less bummed today than I
Oh,
was.
good. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Just if the girls, if you're watching, I've asked the girls if they can ask you a question. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yep. Girls, if you're watching, come downstairs and ask. How was Glasgow? I need to ask you about Glasgow.
That was great.
How
It was
did you
awesome.
find Glasgow?
That was one of the loudest crowds you ever played for. It was awesome.
Good. Now, I seen online, I don't know if you noticed it from the stage point of view, but on TikTok, obviously scrolling through TikTok, there was a lot of chatter about London and about how London was a bit of a quieter crowd than...
It was.
Was it? Like, why?
It was,
Any
but I
idea
think
why?
the venue itself was not necessarily conducive to people going nuts because like in Glasgow it was like a little bit more contained and people were closer together. It's more of like a club gig.
Yeah.
London was super spread out, and it was like the Albert Hall is like it feels like an arena, so everyone is kind of like farther away from each other.
Right.
And it also is it's seated, a lot of it, so it's not like sometimes I've played bigger shows that are seated and they're always a little bit more quiet, but that's okay. It's just a different vibe.
Yeah, but Glasgow's just wild anyway.
It was awesome. It
It's
was
a wild
totally.
place. I think they might be outside. Are you there? Right, and you come.
What's up, guys? Oh, we got the merch on. Let's go.
Right, come down. You need to come down to the thing.
I can't, you're in the way.
No, just come down to the camera. That's it. There you go. So
I
this
can
is
see
Alyssa. You met Alyssa last week as well.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah, you've got a question then. You need to ask into the mic and speak to him. You're scared. Right, hang
Don't
on.
be scared.
Camera up a wee bit. There we go. There you go. Right, ask. What's your question? Okay. Well, apart from thanking him for existing,
So,
are you not? That's okay. Okay, go for it.
sorry. I don't know.
It's fine. You can hear you. You can hear you fine.
I can hear you.
I wanted to ask what your favorite lyric was that you've ever written.
Okay, my
And-
favorite one I've made. I love that. Lately. I really like the "I Sent My Therapist to Therapy" song. I think that was nice because it was very personal.